Hey guys, what's up? What's good? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to this channel, my name is Dami, and so today I'm going to be bringing you some tips on how to help your oral hygiene. Based on antecedents, I have found that every time I mention that I'm going to a dentist, my friends are always like, who does that? Like, why are you always at the dentist? And I'm like, do you not go to the dentist? So I find that maybe there's some tips that I can share that has helped me that will probably help somebody out there as well, especially if you feel like you've got poor oral hygiene. But even if you don't think that you have poor oral hygiene, the average person probably don't visit their dentist yearly. And that kind of tells you that, hey, you could do better in taking care of your oral health. So I just wanted to share some tips that have helped me, and I hope it helps you too as well. Ever since I came to the UK, in Nigeria, I didn't really go to the dentist like that. But ever since I came to the UK, my dad has always been religiously taking us to the dentist. So every 6 month appointment, you are there. So I think the habit of going to the dentist definitely was instilled in me from when I was younger. And I think that has helped me now. So I'm definitely going to be that mom that's like, we're going to the dentist. So I don't care if you don't like it, we are at the dentist. It heightened when I got referred to get braces. So I had braces when I was in secondary school. And that was because I had a gap tooth, and I also had spaces, just around my teeth. And I was referred because my gums were predicted to get weaker if I don't close them up, just because, I was going to chew on the gums. So when I had braces, that involves you have to be a lot more intentional, a lot more aware of how you brush your teeth and how you take care of your oral health in general. So I think that journey definitely made me a bit more aware, heightened my sensitivity to everything oral health. I was a lot more conscious, and I can tell you that the glue that they use for braces definitely discolors your teeth. So I was so aware of, the changes that were happening in my teeth. And by the time my braces were off, I was like, wow. I was like cheesing everywhere. But I definitely did notice that I feel like my teeth were definitely less white and more discolored. And then once my braces were off, I was then in the season of, trying to get my teeth to be whiter than what it was. Because again, I just felt like this wasn't the color of my teeth before. And also I think as I grew in my intentionality with my diet, a lot of things changed, like not drinking fizzy stuff. So I think back then when I wasn't as intentional, all of those things encouraged the discoloration of my teeth. So I then went into, I was always doing lemon bicarbonate soda mix to try, every now and again to just, naturally whiten my teeth. So over time, gradually, I have just been aware. And because I've kept up with the dentist, I'm always aware as to what the health of my teeth is saying, or my oral health. So my dentist never goes easy on me. He never goes easy on me. He always has something to say, and it always gives me work to do. I always have work to do when I leave the dentist. Because of that background and that religious habit, I've been able to add some things in my routine that I wasn't taught when I was younger, and now it's definitely helped my oral hygiene now. I'm definitely going to keep it in my routine going forward, and hopefully infuse it in the people around me and my children and my family, because it's super, super important. You don't want to be dealing with gum pains, we're dealing with cavities, we're dealing with plaques, all of those things. You can avoid them if you follow these tips. So without further ado, let's get right into how to be better at maintaining your oral hygiene, how to maintain that $1 million smile, that 3D white smile, that fresh breath, because it's not just about having white teeth, but it's also about having fresh breath. It's all back to personal hygiene. So let's get right into it. So as I always say, I need to make a whole video about food, because in as much as I love food, I believe food, and it's so, you have to be intentional with your food, because it affects more things in your life than you think it does, whether that's internally or externally. And in this case, relating to your oral health, what you put in your mouth matters. Or if you're a coffee drinker, if you are an avid tea drinker, that does contribute to discoloration of your teeth. So you have to be a lot more intentional on as to how you drink your coffee. So if you spend time drinking coffee, if you take a good portion of the morning drinking coffee, then you are just allowing that to linger on your teeth and on your enamel. The more you drink these drinks, the more it stains your teeth, especially when you've done it for a prolonged period of time. So if you're a coffee drinker, think of ways on how to drink your coffee quickly if you can, so that you're not spending time discoloring your teeth. If you can go through like a sippy cup or something, then do that. I'm an avid user of straws, especially when it comes to things like fizzy drinks. Fizzy drinks is a whole nother thing. It's not good for you, firstly, and it's most definitely not good for your teeth. Likewise, if you smoke, any drink that is high in sugar, you need to use a straw. You need to use a straw for your fizzy drinks. Anything that is not water, to be honest, the most effective is to try and bypass your teeth, which is where a straw comes in. So when you're drinking that Coke, that Fanta, that juice, if you can get your hands on a straw, please do. I have metal straws in my house. So if you can invest in a couple of good metal straws, you get them off of Amazon, and it's also got like a brush that you use to clean it. This also goes for foods that are colored and they are known to stain your teeth, such as turmeric. Be careful. Turmeric is nice and yellow and orange. If you're going to eat something that is heavily curry based, then make sure to try and brush your teeth right after. As I said earlier, one thing that has definitely helped me to maintain a good smile and good oral hygiene is regularly going to the dentist. So an average person should ideally go to the dentist every 6 months. Some people say once a year. Because of how regularly I go to the dentist, I don't know about once a year, but at least go to the dentist once a year. We want to talk about the bare minimum. Go to the dentist once a year, because like I said, even if I implement all of this, when I go to the dentist, my dentist always has something to say. So imagine if you don't go to the dentist at all. If you've not gone to the dentist in 2 years, in 1 year, in 5 years, if you've not gone to the dentist since COVID, best believe that when you go there are lots of things for them to clean. Things like plaque. Sometimes inevitably you get plaque. There's soft plaque, I believe, and then there's actual plaque. So once you have that actual plaque, only the dentist can take it off. There's plaque that you can see that's in the lining of your teeth, but there's also plaque that is under your gums that you can't see, and that's what the dentist is there to take off. It's only those tools that we hate hearing. I hate the sound of it. It's only those tools that are able to actually scrape off hard plaque. And if you've not gone to the dentist for a while, there is a high chance that you have plaque hiding somewhere, and plaque deteriorates your gums. Your gums end up bleeding. Your breath is also affected by plaque because it's just a whole bunch of bacteria locked in under your gums. So it's important. It's imperative. It's super important that you go to the dentist at least once a year. If you can, make it every 6 months. Now let's go into the actual daily routine of how you brush your teeth. You need to brush your teeth in the morning. You need to brush your teeth before you go to bed. If you do not brush your teeth twice a day, please change your ways. Think about everything that goes in your mouth throughout the day. Your food, your water. Some people put your pens in your mouth. Many things. Some of the ways soft plaque gets harder is when saliva mixes with these bacteria. It hardens all of these things in your mouth. So when you're brushing your teeth on a daily, when you're brushing your teeth twice a day, you're kind of giving no room for these things to fester in your mouth. Some people even brush as many as 3 times a day after every meal, more so for breath purposes. If you've eaten something that brush your teeth. And brushing your teeth is better than eating chewing gum. Let me just say this here. But now, in the how you brush your teeth is even more important, because you want it to be an effective process. You don't want to just be brushing your teeth twice a day and you're not seeing any results. And that's how I felt for the longest time going to my dentist, because I'm like, I brush my teeth twice a day. Why are you always picking up something? And I realized there's an effective way to brush your teeth. There's an effective way to take care of your mouth in that period where you say you're brushing your teeth. Now, number one, you have to brush your teeth for an optimal amount of time. You need to brush your teeth for a good 2 minutes. That's why these days you get these smart brushes that time you, that, tell you that actually you need to keep going, because it might just feel like you might be used to brushing your teeth for 30 seconds, for 60 seconds. But a good habit to implement is to try and brush your teeth for 2 minutes. Whether that's you getting a toothbrush that will time you, or having an alarm set or a stopwatch set in your bathroom that tells you that actually I'm not done brushing, I need to still go over. And what that allows you to do is to ensure that you're spending time in your gums, actually trying to, get things out and, in between your teeth as well. So you need to make sure that you're brushing for an optimal time. And once you start timing yourself, you're going to get used to it, and you'll get into the habit of keeping up brushing for a long period of time. Now, the one I struggled with for years, it's only literally recently that I've been able to hack flossing. I didn't understand it. I didn't know why. I didn't know how. And I think, again, going back to braces was because of, obviously, I had metal braces. So it's very, very difficult to floss with braces. You need some special skill to do that. And I just couldn't be bothered learning it. I don't think my orthodontist even spent time with me to show me how exactly I should do it. And I really just didn't understand the importance of it until, like I said, my dentist kept going on about it. He was like, you need to floss your teeth, because occasionally I would get bleeding gums. And I just thought bleeding gums are normal. But let me tell you now, if your gums are bleeding in any way, in any shape, in any form, you're risking yourself at having gum disease. There's something in there that shouldn't be in there that needs to be cleaned. And your bleeding gums is basically letting you know that, you need to clean your gums. And how do I know this? Like I said, I've been going to my dentist for years. And this is one topic he was hammering to me about, especially because every time he cleaned my teeth, I was bleeding a lot. And he said, you shouldn't be bleeding. And in my head, I'm like, you're literally sticking a knife in my teeth. Why wouldn't I bleed? Until I started picking up. He helped me floss at my dental appointment, and he showed me what came out of my gums when you floss. So when you brush your teeth, your brush is just focusing on the surface. What flossing allows you to do is to get under your gums and take out any food particles, anything that may have been locked up in there throughout the day that is hiding, that your brush can't get into because it's seeped under your gum. Flossing allows you to pull that out, right? So when you brush your teeth without flossing, you're leaving things up there, and that is what will start forming soft plaque. And then when it's mixed with saliva, it then forms a hard plaque that you then need to go to the dentist for. But then when you then don't go to the dentist, then the plaque is just there. You might see it, you might not see it, but it's eating at your gums, and your gums end up becoming weak and unhealthy over time. So like I said, I have a water flosser. Let me just get it. So after a while of my dentist talking about flossing with me, he said, okay, go get a water flosser. Because I felt like it was difficult. I'd picked up flossing in the past, but I just wasn't disciplined enough to maintain it. Firstly, because I didn't understand the why. I think when he showed me what the difference between when you floss and when you don't floss, I've not gone back since then. But one of the first things I got when that was a topic was a water flosser. This is from Water Pick. And what it allows you to do is basically like high pressured water. I saw on TikTok as well that you get like a shower water flosser, probably not as expensive as this, because you plug it into your shower and it just basically passes water through at high intensity. But this has a water pouch. So you put your water in here. I also put it with some mouthwash, and it shoots out the water. So it helps to clean between your teeth. So when I deeped it, I wasn't religious with using my water flosser either, because every time I use it, just because of how powerful it is, it basically beats your gums. Because of how powerful it is, it made me bleed every time I used it. And I'm like, what's this? This is just not helping me. And every time you bleed, they say you should keep going because you're trying to clean out whatever is there. But when I went back to manual flossing and I was religious with flossing, I realized that no matter how hard or how often I use my water flosser, I don't bleed. My gums don't bleed anymore. So bleeding gums, you should not get used to bleeding gums. If your gums are bleeding, then you definitely need to up your oral hygiene. And a good portion of our population go suffer with bleeding gums in one way or the other, and that's not a good sign that you have good oral hygiene. And it might seem like, something that's not important now, but you don't want to be that one in old age that has to use dentures or has to deal with, teeth removals or root canals or cavities. As a pharmacist, I see too many people come to the pharmacy to get painkillers because of problems that occur in their teeth later on in life when you don't take care of your oral hygiene. And flossing is definitely a big one because that directly affects your gums. So the Oral-B Pro Expert Premium Floss is what my dentist recommended to me. It's kind of like a satin finish, so I guess it's not as harsh. I also, before he recommended this one to me, I had the ones that were like handheld, and I find those ones to be easier, so I do interchange between both. This one definitely requires a lot more of my time, which I prefer because I know it's doing the job. But once I started using this, and I definitely, every time I floss, something always comes out because you've been eating throughout the day. So I use this at night and I use my water flosser in the morning because I know I just went in with this a few hours ago. So this is just to kind of wash in between the teeth. Whichever you want to do, whichever you want to choose, please floss at least once a day. It definitely makes such a huge difference in your oral health. Another thing I want to talk about is cleaning your tongue. Your tongue. You need to clean your tongue. And you need not just brush your tongue. You need either a tongue scraper. You get one of these ones, or you get like the metal ones. I've ordered a metal one for myself just to try some because I need to change this one soon. So I just wanted to try something else because I feel like that actually like scrapes things out. But this also works. This is from Oral Brush. I don't know if it's Oral-B, but Oral Brush. But you need to brush your tongue. A white tongue is not where it's at. I'm always conscious of my tongue. If I know that my tongue is white, I'm like, I need to brush. So at the end of the day, when you brush in the morning, when you brush at night, or if you brush in the afternoon if you want to, you need to, when you scrape your tongue well, it takes away all of those white stuff, which is what is causing bad breath. But scraping your tongue, cleaning your tongue is super important. Now, obviously, throughout the day, if you've been eating, your tongue would naturally get whiter. But at the end of the day, and when you start your day, you want to start with a clean tongue. You want to start with a pink tongue as much as possible. And then you wouldn't give room for bacteria to just be cementing themselves on top of each other, and then you wonder why you always need to chew gum. Another way to curb bad breath is by making sure you're staying hydrated throughout the day. Water just helps to keep that area swish, swish, swish and clean. I also think your toothpaste is super, super important. My go-to toothpaste is Use Them All. Currently, I'm actually using the Crest ones. I got them when I was in Canada, and my Use Them All is a non-fluoride toothpaste, which might cause some chaos in the DMs, but I am for it. It definitely helps my teeth. It's a herbal toothpaste. Helps to keep my teeth white as well. So once these are finished, because I didn't buy a lot, I'll definitely go back to my Use Them All. You're actually not meant to rinse your mouth after you brush your teeth because of the fluoride that is meant to, your toothpaste is meant to linger around your mouth to help keep it fresh overnight. This is something that I didn't really do when I was younger. Funny enough, my dad actually does it, so I don't know why I skipped on that step. Maybe because I just thought it was absolutely disgusting. Like, why would you not, yeah. So one of the ways I'm able to hack it now is by rinsing my mouth, because I just feel like mentally I just can't comprehend the fact that I just brushed all of my day's worth of dirt and I can't rinse it out. So I rinse out everything and then I brush again with a clean mouth and I just leave the toothpaste in there. Or rather than rinsing with water, rinse with mouthwash instead. So I also do that. Having a good mouthwash is super, super key, not just any Listerine you see out there. I also saw one tip recently that was really good, and that is to have like minis, especially if you're someone that's going to be out all day most of the time. Then have minis of your toothpaste, have a mini your toothbrush, a mini mouthwash, so that during the day, if you find that actually I can't hack, because there's a way that your mouth would feel and would smell that you know that actually I need to brush my teeth. That chewing gum wouldn't do here. So you can quickly just dip to the toilet and, you know, freshen up your breath by brushing your teeth. So having miniatures in your bag is a super great point as well. Now to this optional part to elevate your smile. Not everybody might want a white teeth, but I'm definitely for having white teeth. Just because, like I said, different things in your life, in your daily routine contribute to discoloration of your teeth. So I find that maintaining the whiteness of my teeth is super important. So in the past, I've tried lemon and bicarbonate soda, even some hydrogen peroxide. These days, it's difficult to find hydrogen peroxide in stores anymore. Before, you could get them in pharmacies to gargle with. Back then, I also tried some gargling with coconut oil. I tried everything because I was like, I wanted to maintain the whiteness of my teeth. So I believe all of those things definitely contributed. But one of the most effective ways I've found in keeping my teeth white is by getting it professionally whitened. So I got my teeth professionally whitened just over a year ago. And that was because I had a discolored tooth that I felt like even through all of my natural whitening maintenance, that tooth just wasn't shifting. And I was conscious of it every time I smelled, because I could tell that this tooth was like a couple of shades darker than the rest of my mouth. So I decided to get my teeth professionally whitened, and it was literally an amazing decision. It definitely made a drastic change to the shades of my teeth and helped them to be uniform. Again, the dentist still use hydrogen peroxide. I got all like a home kit, so they basically just need to give you hydrogen peroxide. But this hydrogen peroxide, the level of the hydrogen peroxide that you use for whitening your teeth isn't just found like in the stores. You have to get it from your dentist. So that's what I did. So getting my teeth professionally whitened was definitely a great idea. Definitely something I'll be looking to do every now and again. But in the interim of, you know, getting my teeth whitened by professionally, I have like home whitening stuff that is not lemon and bicarbonate soda and all of this natural stuff, because I'm just over the natural side of things. I think I was in my DIY exploring phase back in school and in uni. And I also got like a home kit as well. This one is from Crest, the same people that have my toothpaste. So this is also infused with hydrogen peroxide. This is definitely a lot more budget friendly than getting your teeth professionally whitened at the dentist, and it does a great job. So I just pop a strip when I feel like I need to polish my teeth, or if I'm going somewhere, then I use this. It also has a light that helps to accelerate the whitening process. You just need to pop it on for like 30 minutes in the day and then you're good. They do say do it like if you're trying to see an effect, do it 3 days. So I hope this video helped you to recognize a thing or two that you can do better at in your oral hygiene. Keep brushing your teeth, keep flossing, go to your dentist, watch what you eat, and have a great smile. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in my next video. Goodbye.